Hey everyone, welcome to Maych TV. What's happening? I am Maych. Welcome aboard Liverpool. I've got a massive Champions League draw looming on Friday, which means we've got a little bit of time left to just sit around and dream and ponder and think about the big things before the actual reality of it all sets in, and you've got to start thinking about what it means to play, who it is you're going to be playing. I'm really excited. I did a video yesterday on the channel talking about Liverpool's top four hopes and chances and all that, and it's amazing, isn't it, just being in a world where when the Reds win a couple of games, you get back to the glass half full mentality. Now I know that's not true of everyone, but it is a generically true statement about Scouse Liverpool fans, and it is generically untrue statement about Scouse Evertonians, which is why people support Liverpool and one support Everton, because you've got to be quite a downbeat, Eeyore style figure to support Everton, whereas you've got to be an eternal optimist, I think, to be a Liverpool fan. Yeah, it's just a genetic difference of the city. It is what it is. So, and I presume most people have kind of followed that route if you've come to Liverpool by other avenues or what have you. But yeah, it's interesting, it's exciting, it's something to get buzzed about. Because Liverpool winning games means they can win more games, they can score goals, they can score more goals. I'm going to be talking about it in a second, but first I want to let you know I made my debut appearance on the Super Six YouTube channel this week on the Hold the L show, debating who are the big four of the Premier League. Here's a little clip of that.
This is the thing for me, is that, the big four came from the big three, and the big three was Liverpool, Manchester United and Arsenal. And then we expanded out because Chelsea came along, and they had to. Undoubtedly, you had to make it a big four, because you can't ignore Chelsea, because they're not a flash in the pan. There was a little thought with how long's Abramovich going to stick around, and let's be honest, we were all hoping it wasn't going to be very long, but he's stuck it out and he's delivered consistent success. And there's going to be a point now where, again, in 10 years' time, if Man City is still up there, it'll just be a big five. There won't be like, one team's going to get kicked out of it, because Arsenal are always going to be a massive football club. And, regardless of what happens, Liverpool and Chelsea and Man United will always be massive football clubs. So,
yeah, I'm over there. Go and show some love if you can. I've been telling people the last 2 weeks, go over and support Pajak. That's great. Support Chris. We love Chris, my best friend, my hetero life mate, Chris Pajak. But look, we're here. This is my channel. It's me. You might be here for a reason. You might not be. Maybe you don't like me, and in which case that's fine. But if you do, head over to the Super Six channel, leave a thought on there, leave a comment, go and support me. Make sure I don't hold the L this week, because I can't do it on my debut. I can't hold the L. That would be catastrophic if Flav doesn't hold the L, trying to make the case for Tottenham as a big four team instead of like a Liverpool. Drop a like on that video, yeah, and just say mate sent me as well as part of your comment, because it makes me look awesome. But yeah, hope to see you over there. It's a really good show. I had good fun with it. But anyway, yeah, let's talk about the Champions League for Liverpool. And number 7, I didn't really want to dare to dream of this a week ago before the second leg of the Leipzig one, because let's be honest, it was a good game in the first leg. We come away with 2 goals, but there were 2 goals that we capitalised on mistakes. It weren't 2 goals where Liverpool carved apart the opposition. You got a real sense that was it. We were back and we were made and we were ready to kick ass and take names and all that kind of stuff. The other game, the second leg now, was that. It was a game where Liverpool went out, they had a brilliant game plan. We had Fabinho back in midfield, which gave us this great sense of like security, and the ability to control the game. And that wasn't as though Leipzig weren't without their opportunities, because they certainly did. They certainly had chances. They're a good team. Sure, second best team in the Bundesliga right now. Looks like they're gonna push Bayern Munich all the way in that. And I've mentioned this previously. They've got a much better defense than Bayern Munich as well, which people don't give enough credit for when they just look at it and go, Bayern equals amazing. RB Leipzig, they didn't exist when I was a kid growing up, so they can't possibly be very good. But yeah, there's plenty of positives as far as I'm concerned with that, because Liverpool got to impose their style of play. I think for a number of weeks we've been doing like a wedding band tribute act to the Liverpool side that we've come to know and love. We've come accustomed to the Liverpool side that dominates football matches, that wins in every possible way, that has every type of winning under its belt, every type of goal under its belt, and as a team chock full of world stars, the best in their positions. And we've been doing like a parody act of it, like not even like a good parody, not like I'm sure you've all seen some good parodies, whether we're talking about like let's just say it's a bit more like less scary movie and more like, oh, not another teen movie? Or is that a good one? You know what I mean? This, like, how those movies have become dreadful. Like that one, there's a Fast and the Furious one, and it's awful. And there's a superhero one, and it's awful. Whereas Paradise used to be quite... Anyway, my point is this, is that it's terrible, like lounge singer style act going, singing all of Liverpool's greatest hits and absolutely butchering them. Whereas what we've seen, and Wolves was an absolute stellar performance by Liverpool, by the way, but it was more akin to what we'd seen and what we come to recognise as Liverpool. Was Liverpool this time around not quite the same, but what you had was, it's like, it's not the Beatles, it's not your dad getting up and singing karaoke after 10 pints in some awful dive bar. It's more like the bootleg Beatles, where you know you're not watching the real thing. But, you know, if you shut your eyes and you don't overly focus on what's not quite right, there's loads to enjoy. You can have a boss laugh, you can have a great party with it. They're playing lots of the similar hits that you recognise, you can sing along to your heart's content. And yeah, maybe with a little bit of a squint, it looks like what you're used to seeing. And that's what I think we're seeing at the moment. And that's what gives me hope looking at the Champions League, because, look, Liverpool could draw, and as far as I'm concerned, who are the worst teams Liverpool could possibly draw on Friday for the quarter final? I don't think we should necessarily fear anyone, because it's football. It's 2 games of football. It's a home game, it's an away game, and there's still a chance that we might play both of them at the Puskás Arena, which means we're guaranteed to win. But you can win, you can beat any team in a game of football. It doesn't matter how good they are and how crap you are. That's why you have giant killings in the FA Cup and all that kind of stuff. But look, just to be brutal on it, you don't really want Bayern Munich, because Bayern Munich are absolutely amazing. They're the best team in Europe. They're the best team in the world. You wouldn't have wanted to play us last year in this round either. You don't want Man City, because Man City are absolutely flying, and I think they've got so much going on for them, and they've got the defence, and they're just right now. I would want to avoid Manchester City. And I think on top of that, and we'll know, and I don't know, of course, whether they're going to be in the draw or not, but you wouldn't want an Atletico-style side, a side who are going to come and ape similar things to what we've seen Liverpool struggle against in the Premier League, and that's like super low block, defend for your lives, look to hit on the counter-attack, hit you with set pieces and all that kind of stuff, or just Luis Suarez, full-on 110% Suarez shitbag performance, particularly because you've not got a crowd there to boo him off the pitch. That's not what I'd be looking forward to in this regard. But I look round at everyone else and I go, look, there's still the Porto thing. Now, Porto turning over Juventus, that means that I think there's a little bit more fear around Porto, but I've had that fear every time we've played Porto, and we've come out pretty well against them in the last few years, without a doubt. So that would be, okay, I think we could all be reasonably relaxed with a Porto draw without that being a disrespectful statement. Dortmund, I think everyone wants to get another closer look at Haaland, and there's definitely a fear when we're thinking about our centre-back pairing and looking at who are the goal-scoring stars in the league, that you'd go, oh, were they ready to go up against that? Dortmund are not. Dortmund are struggling themselves domestically this season. So Dortmund aren't a complete outfit. I think it's possible to beat Dortmund. I wouldn't be kind of against that. And then look, Real Madrid, I'd be made up with Real Madrid, because I think they're a shadow of themselves. The fact that they still play exactly the same midfield three that played against us in Kiev. I think our midfield was where we struggled a little bit in that game. And then, of course, we had no firepower up front by that point. But I do think there's definitely something to. I think if we've got our forwards available, I think our midfield's even better, particularly if we can get Jordan Henderson to add into the mix on that. And I'm not sure their attack is what it... I mean, look, they just don't have Gareth Bale and Cristiano Ronaldo anymore. And Benzema's fantastic, but... And they have, of course, they've got the ability to beat us, but I think we can beat Real Madrid now. So, and it also has the double-edged thing of it's just a big game of football. It's a big name. There's a great story around it, and we've got most of the players still from that Kiev game who will be looking, and that'll give them the to spare them on to go and get some afters, get some revenge and stuff. So I'd be quite happy with that. My ideal world scenario is I'm not that bothered in a general sense who Liverpool get on Friday, but what I want is... My ideal final is Bayern Munich. It's that because I think Liverpool. I don't think they're beatable per se. But you want all of your best faculties available to you. Now we don't know what's going to happen injury-wise between now and then. And Liverpool, that would be that's 4 games of football. To get there, 4 games have got to go your way in some way, shape, or form. That's a long way away to a final. But look, why not dream? Why not dream of the possibility and the idea of, you know, there's a possibility like Virgil van Dijk could be back, and there's a possibility that you've got the best possible amount of players to choose from for that game. That's when you want to play the best team in the world, when you're as close to the peak of your powers as well, and it's two superpowers colliding, going head to head on the biggest stage with all the eyes of the world and hopefully some fans, and hopefully backed in a stadium where Liverpool, or a city country where Liverpool have got some great storied history and all that kind of stuff that all adds up to help Liverpool be more than the sum of their parts. But is it too early to be talking about 7? It's definitely not too early to be talking about it. Is it too early to be booking your flights to Istanbul? Yes. Is it too early to be getting your 7th star? Absolutely. Don't be stupid. Don't jinx it. But what it isn't, it's not too early to be getting excited and to dream and to start to have these flight of fancy conversations. Enjoy them while you can, because they go away very soon. You know, 2 games, whoever we get, could go brilliantly, and then we unlock another 2 games to get excited about, and that'll be amazing as well. We can get pumped up and fired up, and we can have loads of boss chats about that, and we can watch highlights, and we can get excited, and we can get, again, we can just bring us all closer as a fan base again. But again, it can all go horrendously wrong. Don't pile extra pressure on it for no reason. Just enjoy it. Enjoy the fact that it's an option, because it looked like, as little as a week ago, that none of this would be even possible. We'd be facing down the barrel of a dead season with just going through the motions, dead rubbers, playing games that don't matter as Liverpool squeak over the line, dead. Just to what, a 7th or 8th place finish, and no European football to look forward to next season. While it's possible, and while there are dreams to be had, let's enjoy them, let's dream them, and let's keep smiling and enjoying a wonderful break from football where things lie in possibility rather than just dirty and muddy and broken in a bin. Yeah. Right, Sam, do check out the Whole Dale Show on Super 6. Do say I sent you. Do subscribe to this channel as well, by the way. I'm getting back to doing regular videos. I'm trying to do at least 1 live a week. So if you click the notification bell, you'll be notified when I go live with that and all that good stuff as well. I will link out to the Super 6 channel at the end of this video, so you can stay tuned for that. Other than that, that is me. What are your thoughts? Are you dreaming? Who do you want in the Champions League? Let me know in the comment section underneath, and I will see you with more chat and stuff next week on Maych TV. Is right. Ta-ra.